Hi guys, hi Zil fans, it's Adam here. I'm going to make, if you see my post in the Facebook Zil group, you'll see that I've just made about 8 attempts to record this video and completely fluffed it up. Pretty much on all 8 times. So I'm going to give it one more stab, and then if this doesn't work I'm just going to go to bed because it's 10:30. Right, so, Checkpoint, Stu Galley, unreleased game from 1985. Basically, if you look up an article on the Digital Antiquarian, it quotes or references Stu Galley as saying that this is a game that he worked on for 6 months and then basically shelved because he just didn't feel it was working. He was going for a particular atmosphere and he just didn't feel like it was coming off. So obviously now with the source code is available, thanks to Jason Scott again, so we can now get access to this game because we can compile it. So using Zilf we have compiled. That's exactly what we've done, and I'm happy to share this out if anybody wants to get hold of this file if you're not too comfortable compiling it yourself. It's fairly straightforward to do, and here it is. So we're going to fire it up, then we're going to have a look at the actual code itself. So this is Checkpoint. I've been through it and had a poke around already. I've got to say, when we went through the restaurant game, Restaurant at the End of the Universe, whatever it's called, which is the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy sequel, there wasn't a huge amount that we could do in that one. If you recall from that video, we had a little bit of a look around, we clicked around, wandered around, couldn't really go anywhere particularly. And what I do want to do is I want to revisit that video. But I'm going to go into the code first and actually just connect up the rooms, because they put quite a bit of effort in, but you just can't actually, they haven't kind of filled in the commands so that you can move from room to room, and that's a fairly straightforward thing to do, so I'm going to do that. But anyway, so in this case, this to me feels like there's a heck of a lot here. And as I say, he worked on it for 6 months, Stu Galley, so there's a good chunk of this in. I mean, when we come to look at the code files in a minute, you'll just see, wow, there's a heck of a lot in there. So we fire the game up, straight away we can see that it's in beta, or beta. Note to testers, the story has a command go to, the concept of not being able to see things behind your back. That's an interesting one. Messages in square brackets will not be in the final release. You can shorten your words only to 9 letters. That's an interesting one. And there's a number of other commands here. Right. Do you want the viewpoint of the traveller or the spy? Let's go spy. Short or long? Let's go short because we haven't got too much time. There's a heck of a load of text on this which I'm not going to read. Needless to say, it's the usual scene setting text. I think this is a great start to a game. You're on the roof of the train, the wind blows your hair, and the rocking, lurching train threatens to buck you right off. It occurs to you that this might not be the safest place to be right now. The other spy is here, preparing to knock you off. What do you want to do now? Well, clearly we've got to attack the spy. And and I die. Oh, brilliant. Okay, that didn't happen on the first attempt. The train lurches a bit, he dodges away, a sudden lurch knocks you off balance, and your last sight is the ground speeding up to meet you. Oh man. Okay, so on the 9th attempt at this, I actually punched this command in, and on all the previous attempts, the spy has gone toppling off of the top of the train. But on this attempt, no, we have died. We have gone flying. We've lunged at him like some Mr. Bean, and just gone flying off the side of the train. Awesome. Okay, right. Let's just restart that. This is how my day is going, folks. This is absolutely how my day is going. Right. Spy. Short version. Attack. Spy. Come on. Yes, that's it. That's what normally happens. We're going to dig into that, and we're going to find out what that percentage is, because that's how he's obviously done that. Attack spy. The train lurches a bit. You go for him, but he dodges. He hesitates and lunges at you. We'll just repeat that command. Man, he's really not going down, this guy. And now I've died again! Oh my days, this is unbelievable. What is going off? Okay. Right. Restart. Spy. Short. Wait. I'll get you, bugger. Right. Empty pocket. Shoot spy. Shoot spy with a gun. Your shot goes wild. He hesitates, then lunges at you. Oh, you're having a laugh. Shoot him again. Shoot the bugger. Right, go on. Get him. Oh my. This is unreal. This is unreal. Honestly, the first time, I couldn't help but knock the guy flying. I wonder if when you fire the code up, if it actually predetermines what you're gonna... it's bizarre. I need to show you guys some stuff. I'm just showing you the same scene over and over again. Right. Do you want to... right, we're going to go Traveller just to shake this up a little bit. Sure. Okay, tons of text again, blah de blah. You're in a luxurious compartment, yada yada. Thin man is just outside, sitting on the train as a briefcase. The text at the top basically said that the guy that we were, presumably when you win the fight, you then come downstairs, caked in blood, you drop your briefcase, you tell him that he's got to go do it because you're too knackered, and off you go. So that's that. Right, so take briefcase. Open briefcase. The latch is closed. Open the latch. Metal light snap. Just outside, an old couple appear from the middle. Something just outside the window catches your eye. It looks like the stranger falling off the roof of the train. Right. Good riddance. Okay. Open briefcase. Opening it reveals a document, a miniature camera, a cassette film, a magnifying glass, a scrap of newsprint. Okay. Read newsprint. Taking scrap of newsprint first. There doesn't seem to be anything written on the scrap of newsprint. Apart from the news, presumably, but obviously not. Oh, is this going to be one of those things? Do I have to do like a Hercule Poirot? Do I need to like scratch a pencil and put the pencil bits onto the letters? Maybe get the letters up. Okay, let's try reading the document. Taking the document first. It's not a very handsome document, scrawled in a hurry by a hand that wouldn't win any prizes in the best of conditions. But it seems to contain crucial information: times, places, a crude map, code words, plan to kidnap some high-ranking official. Were the plan to succeed, several governments would be embarrassed, if not in mortal danger, and the balance of power would become precarious. Interesting. Right, okay, so we know what we've roughly got to do. So basically, we've got to get this briefcase and these documents to some kind of government agency. Well, presumably, I mean, they always overthink these things, don't they, in the spy films? So let's just take this logically. If we get out of here and just get the train to a halt, so if we leave the cabin, stand up first, you open the compartment door and close it again. This is there's a thin woman, a young boy, middle-aged couple, bunch of stuff. If we wait here, do those characters change? Wait, I assume you mean wait 10 minutes. No, I didn't mean that actually, but do you want to keep waiting? Yes. Do you want to keep waiting? Yes. 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 Huh. Okay, so it asks you if you want to wait and then it gives you 10 minutes. Oh, that's interesting. It's an interesting way of doing it. Right. North. Middle of the corridor. Old woman's here. Conductor punches a ticket. Give ticket to conductor. Train lurches a bit. You don't see a conductor here. Interesting. Okay. Conductor makes a gesture asking for your ticket. Then he notices a document, confiscates it, and leaves in a hurry. What? Shoot the conductor. What the hell? Conductor. Shoot the bugger. The gun! God, your laser eyesight. Come on, get a grip. Gun. You don't seem to be holding that. What did I do with the gun? Oh God, I'm not the spy. Oh, I really am having a mare with this, aren't I? Right, okay. I just follow conductor. He's going to say he's out of sight, isn't he? You don't see the conductor here. Of course you don't. Of course you don't. A red handle is pulling... Right. Pull red handle. Train comes to an emergency stop. Booyah. Okay, right. North. Now we need to get off this... Get off this wheelie gig of fun. Small vestibule at the end of the yada yada. Oh, you're having a day out. What? This is the rear end of the corridor on the left side of the train. Behind the window door lies a fifth compartment. Young woman and old man also in front. The conductor approaches, accompanied by two grim-faced soldiers armed with machine guns. They take things like smuggling very seriously. He isn't smiling as he says, "Eglabob fluglablop." After your arrest and a little gentle persuasion with beating, cigarette burns and starvation, sounds like just another weekend in Mansfield, you confess to the crime of espionage, and in days your confession is front page news around the world and the Cold War gets a little bit hotter. Wow, okay, not bad, not bad. Let's quit for now. Okay, let's have a little bit of a poke around in the code, because I think there's quite a lot happening there. Checkpoint. Let's open the relevant files. Checkpoint. There's just, I mean, he really did put. I'm going to miss out I1 because I'll explain why in a bit. Main parser. There's quite a few files as you can see. People, places. I mean, this. It's interesting because at the time, 1985, so, okay, you might argue that the peak years, because then you started to get the 16-bit computers came in, I think, in this year. So you might start to argue that the peak years for Infocom were in the early 80s. I don't know if you would necessarily do that. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make and not doing a very good job of it is that I think this game could have been released. I mean, why not go for it? It's, you know, particularly if they were under pressure from Activision to start churning the games out. If you've got half a game here that's kind of getting there, get it released. Get it released. So, I mean, you've got cars, you've got the main file, which is checkpoint.zil, and you'll see in here that it brings in, you can either use ifile or insert file, by the way. Anyway, you're bringing in macros, syntax, main, things, people, places, global, clock, parser, verbs, train, car, station, goal, and spies. Some funny stuff just to point out. Firstly, a little bit of a breakdown, as well as just being a ton of files. Something that I've noticed as I've been through the source code. When you work with the ZIL manual, it basically breaks it down and says, I'll show you this one very quickly. If we use the empty file, let's just come out of that for a second, drop into the development folder, go quickly down to empty file. Right, this is how you would almost always start. This is how the ZIL manual tells you to do it. You've got your version at the top, you've got your go routine here, you've got your insert files, and you've got your objects, and off you go, you're up and running. And most of it's in here. You've got your insert files, your go routine, typically it's all in one. As I've noticed what the Imps actually did, clearly because they were just wizards at what they were doing, is they tend to break these things up. So checkpoint is actually the file that when you're compiling it, this is the file that you compile. So you would do zil for checkpoint.zil, and then if you look, this is actually a fairly short file. There's not too much in here apart from it just brings in the other file names. But over here, main, which is kind of the main file, if you try to compile this file, there's no thing in it. But there is a go routine. So, and this is fairly typical. I've noticed that they've done this a few times. But anyway, so yeah, they've put an awful lot of work into this. an awful lot of work. The checkpoint does what is it, the routines alone that this thing implements, which I think is going to be under clock. Let's have a look at clock. I mean, look at this list of queued routines. Interestingly, they call one of the spies is called Bond, which is quite good. Eye conductor. Conductor there. I was going to look at it, wasn't I? I was going to delve into the code and just say what we did, a fight with the spy. Let's just have a look for the word lunges, which I presume was then lunges at you. Right, here we go. Okay, here we go. Right. So this is what was happening when we were. Oh right, so we were fighting Bond. Okay. So basically, the guy that we saw was Bond. Well, no wonder we didn't win. So we were fighting Bond. Bobs and weaves, trying to avoid your aim. Your shot goes wild. You go for him, but he dodges. And here we go. And the last sight is the ground speeding up to meet you. That's what happened, isn't it? We did that. Bond, other, suppress, interrupt. So I'm trying to just look in here if there's actually any kind of. Normally it's random. Oh, probability 50. See it. So it's just a 50-50 shot. So right. So basically, the first 8 times that I did this on the recordings that I didn't finish because I kept nosing up what I was talking about, I must have just literally struck lucky. And then when I was trying to show it to you guys now, I just struck it unlucky, and we died on all the attempts. What are the odds? Okay. So. Yeah, I mean, he's really put some effort into this, and there's so much here that you could spend hours just going through this. There's a lot here. There really is a lot here. I mean, I think it's only a matter of time, and I don't know whether we do it in this group or perhaps somebody from the sort of I don't know, the wider community, the int fiction chaps, perhaps. Somebody's bound to pick this up. It's a near certainty. Somebody's going to pick this up and finish the job and then put it out. I must admit, I've already had a chat with Jason Scott, and I was mooting the idea. Whether or not we could do it within the group, I don't know. I probably can't do it. I'll kind of rule myself out. Yeah, somebody's going to take this and kind of just tidy it up. And release it out, and kind of in honour of Stu Galley, I think, and that would be a great thing to do. Somebody's going to do it. I don't know whether it's going to be us in this group or somebody wider, but yeah, somebody's going to do it, I think, at some point, no doubt. And we're going to do it with the restaurant game as well. I mean, it's a near certainty. It's an obvious thing. We've got the source code. The games were never released. We can just compile it. You know, it's out there now. It's just the fact that what it needs is somebody really to tidy it up and go in there. Anyway, I've waffled enough. I'm going to leave it there because I finally managed to make a video. I'm going to call it quits while I'm on top. So thank you for watching. Give me some comments, give me likes, all the usual stuff. But mostly, give it a go. Get yourself into the Zil group. Open your Notepad++ and just get typing some code. Give it a go. Start with a room. Just create a room. Nothing else. Just literally like our friend, the empty file, which I've now unhelpfully closed. But basically, yeah, just get in there, create yourself a room, and just see how you go from there. Alright guys, take care, cheers.